You are now tuned in to Hot Topics with Donna. And on this show, we do one thing: keep it real hot. That's honest, open, and transparent. If you didn't know, now you know. So sit back and unwind as we bring the vibe and a little bit of glorious sunshine to your heart, soul, and mind. Your lovely host, Hot Donna, will be with you in just a few moments. But while you wait, go ahead and set an atmosphere of peace in your space. If you can, cut the lights down low, get your hydration on, vibration zone. Cause tonight, you're about to receive some delicious food for your soul. Are you ready? 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 It's about to get hot. You are indeed in the one and only place to be this evening. We appreciate you for joining us, and in just a few moments, we about to turn the heat all the way up. That's right. It's about to go down right now on Hot Topics with Donna. Show your virtual love by smashing that thumbs up and heart icon as many times as you can. And without further ado, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing your host, the one and only Hot Donna.
Thank you guys so much for joining Hot Topics with Donna. I am so thankful that you guys could join me today. As you can see, I am at a different location. So I told you guys I will be coming on doing different locations, so you never know where I may pop up since my guests are from all over the state. So I figured I would start doing something. Hey Lynetta, hey Sharon. I would start doing something different as well. So as you know, my name is Donna Taylor. I am the host of Hot Topics with Donna. Hot is honest, open, and transparent. And tonight we have an amazing guest. I know her for quite some time. So I am going to send her a friend request to join our live, and we're going to get started. So I'm going to send her a request, and we're going to show you how we do it on Hot Topics with Donna. All right. I just sent her the invite. So thank you guys. Thank you. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I am enjoying my day of just being off for the summer, but I will be working part-time, doing something that I love. That's working with kids. So guys, listen. Hot Topics has truly just been skyrocketing, and I've had some amazing guests on, and it's just amazing how when everything just line up the way it's supposed to be, there are people that's been blessed. And like I said, if it's only one person that can get something out of my guest testimony, that's the whole basis. It's not about me, it's not about pumping me up, it's about showcasing people and letting other people see what God has done in their lives and continue to do in their lives. Hey Pooh, how are you? Hey Pam, thank you for joining. So I am going to add her, and we're going to get started. I am so truly excited about this interview that I'm going to be having with my friend. So it still could. Hey, beautiful.
Hello.
Okay, so everybody can hear you. So welcome to Hot Topics with Donna, where we're going to do it honest, open, and transparent. and you've always been that. So I think we're just gonna gel and just vibe together. So, so I just want to
We'll
welcome.
see.
Go ahead.
We'll see.
Oh, it's it's going to be great because, like I said, you just have a power for testimony, and and we're going to get to that. But I'm just saying for you to just, if everybody say just put it out there on blast. It's just allowing people to see that, hey, I'm open, honest, and transparent, and unapologetic about it, because this is my story. It's not your story. This is my story. However I choose to do it, that's okay. And so, um,
Right.
and so we're going to go ahead and get in. So just tell the audience a little bit of just about who you are, where you're from, and then we're going to get right into our interview.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Shirbartis Jones. I am from East Orange, New Jersey. I was born and raised in East Orange, New Jersey. I moved to North Carolina. I think I was about 11 or 12 years old, to take care of my grandmother with my mom and my aunts. It wasn't a good transitioning for me because I'm the only child.
Okay.
So I'm kind of spoiled, rotten.
Right.
But I am. I'm just gonna put it out there. I
Go
am.
ahead. Go ahead.
So it's basically it was basically just me growing up in a small town as Lewisburg, North Carolina. I was always the kid to be picked on, bullied, spit on. I actually went through a situation in my life where I ended up getting pregnant at the age of 13.
Okay, wait.
It,
We can't go there yet. Hold on.
Okay, so we ain't trying to go there. All right.
Wait.
Because
Because I wanted to kind of, I wanted to kind of build up to that because, I know
okay.
you have sorry guys, I know y'all was ready, but trust and believe it, we finna go down. So you have a catering business called Anointed Creation, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I do. I have numerous of businesses. I have Anointed Creation, which I started some years ago. I really didn't. I started out and then I just stopped. I have gifted hands as well as far as event planning, making flowers, doing weddings, you name it, I can do it. Selling clothes. I actually have a cosmetic line that's actually named after my two children, Latour Cosmetics, which is named after both of my children. I'm starting to get more clients asking me, look, you need to hurry up and do what you need to do. I'm also the founder of the Definition of Me Women's Fellowship. Well, now it's not a women's fellowship, it's actually a women's ministry.
And that's how you and
Hi,
I
Doreen.
met.
How are you?
Yeah, that's how we met.
Ma'am.
Thank you
That's
guys
how
for
we met.
joining.
And I
Yes,
had my
that's how
first.
we met. And
Mhm.
my friend Lynette is on here. She came with me, and it was just such an amazing time. So hopefully you'll have another one. And I've been to, a few more of yours. And I just love how you pick the women of God to pour into us when we come and said, when we did your luncheon at the restaurant. It was really just amazing to see a group of women able to come together and still love Christ and still have a good time, you know.
Always. I'm the type of person. I'm very like you said, transparent. I love to have fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just me.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. Some people say I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. No, I'm not the average woman that you will find anywhere.
Right.
I'm just me. If you to know me is to love me, is
Right.
what I say.
And that is so true. And so and that goes back to, I looked at your page, and I tell people, doing this hot topics, I call myself the FBI because, I research people. I want to make sure, like I say all the time, that I'm representing people that I'm interviewing, correctly, and not mishandling them to make them feel any sort, of in a sort of way. So, and so you have wrote, you said, I am a
Right.
very happy female looking for friends that loves the Lord just like I do. I love to sing and dance, have a great time with my friends, and getting my dance on, if you know what I mean. And and I was like, wow, that is
Oh
so
God, that was so.
yeah, I told you. I did.
How old was that?
I went through your page. But and I
Wow.
when I read that, I said,
Okay.
that was awesome, because you know what we do, once we get saved and whatever, we do want to find like-minded friends where we still can dance and we still can have fun, and not make being a Christian so boring. We can still listen to jazz, we can still listen to R&B, and it doesn't mean that we're not saved, but sometimes people make it like, well, I can't listen to this, jazz or whatever the case may be. And when I saw that, I was like, that's just her to a T, and it fits all of us because we want like-minded friends, and even the ones that not saved, we still can pray for them and still not shun them because they're not walking the walk that God has called for them just yet. And so
That is true. That is
this
true.
statement that you wrote, and you're going to have to tell me, it says, you are not equipped to handle me in this season. Thank you guys that's just tuning in. I see my brother is on. Thank you guys. Roger.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay, so um, how that came about. I was actually at work one day, and I get a lot of people. The type of work I do, I'm a night audit manager at a hotel, so I meet different people coming in, and so this particular night, I had someone come in and say, you're very different. You're not. People are not equipped enough to handle you. And I said, well, what do you mean by that? And he said you're just different. He was like, you glow, so your glow is different.
Wow.
And I was like, you sure it's not my makeup? And he was like, well, no. I was like, okay. So he was like, people are not equipped to handle you in the season that you're in. And I was like, wow. He said, because I don't know this man from a can of paint, never
Right,
seen him
right,
in my
right.
life. And he was just saying, because of the struggle that you went through,
Mm.
it's actually your strength. I said,
Mhm.
excuse me? Now, mind you, I had started writing a book called The Struggles of My Strength. It's just
Wow.
me. And I kind of looked at him like, sir, I don't know you, but how you in my mess? So
Right, right,
I put that status up there because people are not equipped, not just me, but
right, right.
different people. Different people. Everybody has, okay, let me just say this. Everybody has a past,
Yes, we do.
okay? My past is not like your past. Your past is not like mine.
Right.
So basically, we're equipped enough to handle our own past. You get what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
So you have people that are equipped to talk about your past
Hmm.
and carry your past on,
Right.
but they're not equipped to carry the past that you carried along the way. So I said that's why I said you're not equipped to handle me, and
Right.
you're not.
Yeah. And so
So
since you went there, we might as well just go ahead and dive into your testimony, because
okay.
when I read it the other day, and I was like, wow, Lord. I was like, this is something like deep, because everything that you have gone through, even me, I would have never known. Because, when we do different events, sometimes that's just not the platform for you to, divulge everything. But then when you just put it out here, and, and I just want you to talk a little bit about it, because it deals with suicide, it deals with pregnancy at a young age, it deals with depression. And a lot of times people, uh, they think these things are not real. They think that sometimes, am I the only one that's going through this? And I just want, when I have people on, I want them to be able to share their testimony and let people know, even though you went through all of this, God can still use you. And before you start telling us your testimony, I was sitting here just going over some notes, and you probably know this song. And this is what I thought of
not singing. I am not singing.
but this is the song. I was sitting here, and and the song was going, just songs, and the song came on, For My Good. And I forgot who it's by. And the word says, it was meant to kill me, sent to destroy me, and I thought it would, and I thought it should. Because I messed up so many times. I went left when you said go right. I'll understand if you want to let me go. And then it says, but you held on to me and you wouldn't let go. And then it went on to say, he's working it out. And when I read your testimony, I was like, wow, Lord, that is so profound for her testimony. Because no matter which way you went, and you're thinking, God, you still going to use me? How are you still going to use me in my mess? And so that's the song that I had for your testimony. So, and if you guys,
Thank you.
I don't know the singer, but it was just powerful, For My Good. So let's tell people about your testimony, your walk.
Starting from the age of 13, I was raped by my cousin's boyfriend. I got to the point that I didn't want to talk about it because of the small hometown that we lived in.
Right.
A lot of people knew my family, and we just kind of, what happened in the family stays in the family, basically, is what it was. I had gotten to the point where I was depressed because I was picked on because I went to school pregnant. I was bullied. I was always fighting. I remember I was 3 months pregnant and bust this girl in the head with a lock because she pushed me.
Wow.
So I went through a lot. It's been many a times where I wanted to kill myself, but every time that I tried, nothing worked.
Wow.
Nothing worked. I was just like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. There's nothing here for me. I didn't care that I had a child. At the age of 13, you don't really know how to raise a child.
Exactly.
You don't know how to raise a child.
Did you get from family and friends being pregnant at such a young age?
I don't think, I think some of my family members did have children at a younger age, but I don't think as young as 13.
Right.
Not that I know of.
Right.
Not that I know of. So that was like a big thing for me because I had to deal with, I had to deal with the pain. I had to deal with the pointing of the finger, the talking behind my back, and you this, and so many names being called. Verbal abuse is the worst to me. Verbal abuse is the worst abuse you could ever deal with. Mentally, yes, it bothers you. I dealt with depression. I dealt with anxiety. I dealt with a lot. I dealt with trying to find love in all the wrong places with men, and it still that didn't work out either. That didn't work out either. But I became a loner. I have some friends, some people that I deal with, but other than that, I had to remember when the situation came up in 2019. When my husband left me, it really took a toll on me, Donna. And I'll tell you later, man, I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. My life was never perfect. I've been to prison twice. You would never believe it, but I've been to prison twice. Doing dumb stuff. That's just me. And so far, even now, it's still, my past is still brought up for whatever reason.
But this is my question to you.
And I'm still living.
But why do you feel that people try to hold us in bondage to our past when, you know, our Lord and Savior has forgiven us. Do you think it's because they know that you are healed and that you're doing great things, and they feel as if they keep reminding themselves of your past, that will deter you from being even greater?
No. The reason why people still deal with my past because they haven't gotten over their past.
Oh, wow. And so,
Yeah, they haven't gotten over their past. And so my past suppresses their issues with what they have going on. You see
and
what I'm
so
saying?
if
So
they if
it's a
they have to excuse me, if they will really release their past, then they're gonna have to deal with their own pain and their own brokenness and their own.
they see you can't walk around with my past because you never dealt with what I went through
Right.
in my past. Prison is just not something to talk about. Prison is not a television show. Prison is just what it is. Prison.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
tell you stories that you would not believe
Right,
I've
right,
seen.
right.
So when people continue to hold on to my past, my thing is this: you're holding on to a past that I already passed a couple of years ago. You still holding on to it because
Oh
you
wow,
still
that's a
dealing
good
with
real one.
what you still got issues. Yes, you still dealing with issues that you got going on.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with me. I'm just a person that's entertaining you. Basically, you know, my past is nothing to laugh about. Like I said, if you would get to know me, if you will love me, you
Right.
will love the person that I am. What I did, the Bible says God forgave us and threw it in the sea of forgiveness. So my thing
Yes.
is, if he threw it in the sea of forgiveness, why you pick it back up? I don't
Exactly.
understand people.
Exactly. And do you find
I don't
sometimes that
understand people.
people want to
I'm
hold
not.
on past just to have a pity party, just to say, I just want to be in this place. I don't want healing. I don't want forgiveness. I just want to be in this place where people can still just say, poor, poor, pitiful me. Or
It's
is
time
it,
out for pity party. You
yeah,
know, we've been through the pandemic should have showed us then this ain't nothing to play with.
no, it's
The
not.
pandemic should have had an eye opener for everybody that's doing the pity parties and I
Hmm.
can't do this and I can't do that.
Exactly.
Well, you always say you depend on God and you know you have faith in God. The Bible says Hebrews 11:1, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the
Right.
evidence of things not seen. But if you don't get up off your behind to see what's
No,
going on, you will never get anything done.
never, never, never.
You'll
And
never get anything done. So I'm trying to figure out why is it so hard for people to get up out of the place that they've always been in. Some people are still holding on to generational curses.
because
Guess
it's
what? You have to
familiar.
go.
It's familiar.
Yeah, the generational curse is very familiar. It will lay dormant on you so
Hmm.
that you can't get out of bondage, so that you can't go on with life. I see so many people that walk around that are younger than me that look older than me. But I'm like, get free, honey. Get
Yeah,
free. Because
yeah.
guess what? I'm happy. I'm living my life. I'm happy. It took a time like in 2019 where I really had to pick myself up and be like,
Right,
my
right.
mom and I'm the only, like I said, I'm the only child. My mom told me, look, I'm gonna need you to get up out this funk that you're in. I
Yes,
didn't
yes.
raise you this way. I'm gonna need you to stop all this crying. You need to get up. And then I woke up. So the thing of it is, when people say, well, you know, if you make one step, God makes two.
Yeah.
No, God makes all of them. You just need to get up and take his hand,
Exactly.
basically.
And let him guide you.
Now, I'm not a pastor. Let me just put this out here. Y'all, I'm not a pastor. Hello. Hear me.
Don't,
I'm not
hey,
a pastor.
you, you better
No,
not go there.
no.
They might be calling you though. He might be calling you and
No,
telling you.
no, no. No, don't call me. Don't call me. Just let me be. Just let me live. Amen.
So
Um,
when you went through your depression,
no.
when did you know you was depressed? Like what was some of the signs that you knew you was depressed?
My biggest sign was me eating. I ate all the time. I had
Right,
got up to
right.
560 something pounds. Yeah, I was 560 something pounds. And I was now let me say this. For us full figured ladies, you got to know how to carry your weight. You don't be out here dressing sloppy and
Yeah,
got
you
stuff
did
on,
always.
because I
You
can't do
represented
it. And
full figure women.
I was
Class,
never
always.
right. I was always. You would have never known that I was depressed. Why? Because I kept a smile on my face.
Right.
You would have never known that I tried to kill myself the day before because I kept a smile on my face. So there were signs like I would shut everybody out. As many times I would go and just try to drive my car into a tree. Many times I took pills. Many times I cut myself and it didn't go through all the way. And, just doing dumb stuff. Just, just doing dumb stuff.
You have people saying, well, depression, is not real. It's not. But until you have been depressed, you won't understand it.
You can't
have been depressed, and I know exactly where you're coming from with the eating, and you just feel like there's no hope. I just never thought about killing myself, but that depression stage for me that's a terrible place to be in. It really is a terrible spot to be in. And so I had to trust God even the more, because I didn't want to be on medication to have me feeling one way, and I had to really fight to say, okay, Lord, you have to help me with this. Did you ever, like, during your depression, seek medical attention, to just help you cope, just to get through?
No, I didn't. I had a couple of ladies that were in my corner that really, I say, helped me through it, because when I was like 16 or 17 years old, I tried so many things. And I had one particular lady that stood by me, and she's my best friend. I call her my best friend. And she's a minister in church, and she was like, no, you're going to come and we're going to have prayer. So I had people in my corner. I just didn't want people in my corner. You get what I'm saying? We become rebellious to people that want to help us. And we're like, no, they really don't want to help us because they just want to be nosy.
Right.
Basically. So I began to spend more time with her, and things started turning around for me until real.
Yeah.
Depression is real.
Yes, it is.
Suicide is real.
Yes, it is.
You hear all these people, all these children that's killing themselves, and you're wondering like, wow, that could have been me. That should have been me. But you gotta think about it. It won't our time to go nowhere. Because we still got work to do.
Yeah, we
got work to do.
We do. And so even though you're going through this transition now of, your husband, you're not together, did it set you back into a depressed state? Or even, did you even have the thought, well, I just need to just end this because this is not working?
I did. I really, yes, it set me back, because I was the type of person, like, I was so gung-ho about being married.
Right.
Beautiful wedding, don't get me wrong, beautiful wedding.
Right.
But when the decision was made, it wasn't made with me, it was made by himself. So I don't have anything bad to say about him. It's just the situation that I'm talking about. It set me back to depression. I cried, I know, till about September, November. I was depressed. Didn't want to do nothing. I went to work, then I don't feel like doing nothing. I cried just about every day. My daughter was like, you getting on my nerves. I need you to do something. Do something, because you was really turning my nerves up. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't even want to talk to my own mom. I don't look. You never been married before. And I was very angry. Very angry. Anybody that said anything to me, I wasn't using godly words. I'm gonna be real with you. I was cussing.
That's what Hot Topics is, keeping it real. But
okay, I cuss. Ooh, you talking about cuss? I cuss people out.
So when you had did you feel, even in your anger, did you feel that God had failed you? You know, and say,
I
okay,
did.
we went through this marriage. And some people won't be honest to say if they felt like God failed them, because you know, we can walk around and be
I
like,
did.
oh yeah, I trust God, but He already know if you're mad, if you're upset, that things like, how could you let this happen, God? You know, and so
I
how
did.
did you
I
deal
was
with
very
that?
angry. I was very angry. I was very angry with God. I had even stopped going to church because I was like, you
Wow.
know what? I put all my time and effort into this marriage,
Mhm.
and it just didn't work. Which again, this is what I'm saying. You have to be very mindful who's in your corner, who's in your
Yes,
ear,
yes.
because I found out that people were betting that we wasn't going to be together long.
Wow, that's deep.
So some of them won, yeah, some of them won their bet. Some of them won their bet, and it's okay. I still love you. I still love you. Um, but it really, Donna, when I say it took a toll on me, it really took a
Right,
toll on me.
right.
Sometimes I kind of see couples that are together, and
Hmm.
I just be like, go. I just be like, well, why can't that be me? Or why can't I find love like that again? And
Hmm.
just things that ran through my mind, like what could I do different the next time I'm in a relationship?
Right. So do
What
you
can
wish
I do
to be
different?
married again? Do you wish to be
I
married
do.
again? Or did this
I
marriage
do.
deter you and say, no, I'm not finna try this again?
Yes. Yes. Yes, it did. I was to the point like, no, I can't. I can't. Not right now, anyway. Um, right now, I'm in a place where I'm just happy. I'm
That's
happy
good.
with living life. Um, I have one, and I'm just gonna put it out there. I have one amazing friend, like, just came in the midst of me going through some stuff. I was really in a dark place,
Right.
and she just happened to be the person that was like, look, you got so much more to live for. You can't be
Yes. Yes.
just out here, sad or whatever. But she's my ace. I call her a shining star because
Yeah.
I was really going through it.
And don't
Even
you
though
think
she
God?
didn't know that I was going through
Right.
it, she didn't know I was going through it. But it's some
But
stuff that
God knew.
I just be
God
like,
knew. And that's why He
oh
sent
yes,
you.
God knew everything that I was going through, and
Yeah.
that's
And
why I
sometimes
say
He
this.
sent
Never
He
judge.
sent people to be our saving grace.
Right. Right. So I say this: never judge a book by its cover. You
Exactly.
never know what the next person is going through. So you can't sit here. People judge people every day, 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Yes.
You never know what a person is going through unless you take time out to talk to them. And if you don't talk to them, you'll never know that they almost killed themselves,
Yeah.
or they had a gun to their head. You never know. So that's why I say don't judge people. Love people regardless if they whatever's going on, just love them,
Yeah.
basically.
And so with your suicidal thoughts, were they constant all day, or it's like some people, their trigger may be at night, or how was yours? Was it a constant thought, or it's just whenever you were at a low?
um Whenever I was at a low, and then when I saw couples together, that's when it really like bothered me. I would go to a restaurant. Matter of fact, me and one of my friends, we went to a restaurant, and I seen this couple, and they was loving on each other, and
Right,
the
right,
tears began to roll down my face, and she said, "I need you to get." I need to get yourself together. And
right, right.
it was just like, well, why can't I do this? Well, why? I had so many questions. Well, why this and why that? Well, what did I do
Yeah.
wrong? And, it was back and forth questions. And she was like, it probably was your season.
Yeah, I'm looking at your screen
Yeah,
and you seem frozen to me, but are you frozen on your end?
I
You
am frozen. I'm frozen. I'm trying to figure out how to unfreeze it.
okay? Well, we're gonna keep talking. Hopefully, it pop back in. But
Okay.
um, the thing is, you had all these things, and like you said, you had all these elements since you were 13 years old, and
Mm-hmm.
for you to overcome, because I don't see you as a victim. I see you as an overcomer, because sometimes, and you know yourself, sometimes I may not have been equipped to go through all this. And and
I am frozen. I'm
what
frozen.
we go through, God knows exactly. I she can handle this. She can handle this. And so, but you
Mm-hmm.
had storm after storm after storm, mental, sexual, physical, but yet you still stood and you're still standing, even when the enemy tried to take you out. And I know, did you feel like God
That
was
is
with
true.
you going through all this?
Sometime I did, sometime I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I felt like God was just like waiting for me to say I needed him.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't say, the only time we really need God is if we're in trouble or
Yeah.
if we're sick.
Yeah.
But we don't say, we don't say that we need God even in the midst of our struggles.
Yeah.
Some of us just like, I need you when I'm sick, or I need a bill
Mm-hmm.
paid, or God, I
Mm-hmm.
need you to do a
Mm-hmm.
24-hour blessing. And
Right, right,
no,
right.
I didn't. I didn't. Mm-mm. I really just was, no, I gave up.
And
I
so
gave up, but he didn't give up on me.
is exactly, and that's why when I heard that song, that's why I was like, he didn't want to let you go, because he knew you still had a purpose. And if Satan would have had his way, you wouldn't be here now, because of you just not being in a good place, and you didn't have a good support system. So when you had your daughter
Right.
at 13, 14, did you
No,
have
I had my son my son is 30. My son is
okay,
30. I had my son, I'm at 13.
okay,
My
so
daughter, my daughter, I found out I was pregnant with her the same day I went to prison.
wow. So did your son change your life? Did did he fill a void for you at such a young age?
Yes. hmm we grew up more like sister and brother. We was never um a mother son relationship. Reason being
Right.
because I was so young, and
Mm-hmm.
then my mom took care of my son. My mom is she's my heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
She can get under my skin, but she's my heart.
But did
um,
you finish school? Did you finish school after the birth of your son?
no, 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 no. I actually dropped out of school,
Okay.
and then I went back to school, but I went back to school in Atlanta. Um, wow, what a testimony.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to school. I went to school in Atlanta. I started I started stripping.
Okay.
Um, I worked two jobs. I told my mom I was selling vacuum cleaners. I told my whole family I was selling vacuum cleaners. Yeah, I kept that undercover. I started stripping. I worked two jobs. I worked at the Embassy Suite in
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, and I worked at the airport. And then I was going to school too. And then I wanted to come back to North Carolina because I got homesick,
Right.
and I got back here, and nothing was just working for me as far as going back to school.
Right.
Um, I end up for my 40th birthday. I want to say 30, 38, 39, one of them, my 40th, right between there. I end up getting my high school diploma plus my chaplain license at the
Praise the
same
Lord.
time. Then
Praise.
I went back for my bachelor's degree in hospitality.
That's
So my life, yeah, my life, I tell anybody, go back to school. I did it.
Yes,
I'm not
yes,
ashamed. Let me say this. Let me say this to the ones that are
please.
grown and
Yes,
feel like they're too old to go back to school to get their high school diploma. No, you're not.
yes,
Can I
yes.
say that again?
You can
You
say it
are
again.
not too old to go back to school to get your high school diploma. And do not be embarrassed about going back to get it. Because guess what? I was.
Wow.
I was the one embarrassed because you know what? I didn't tell nobody. I didn't even tell my own husband.
Mm.
I didn't tell my daughter. And I had a good job. I had a good
So
job.
you just went and you knew you needed to do this for yourself.
I needed to do it for myself. And then opportunities were coming at me. Business plans was coming at me that I needed this. You know,
Right.
I needed a high school diploma. And I needed this. And
Yes.
so I just made up in my mind. My cousin actually helped me because it cost me so much. My
Right.
cousin
Right.
helped me get back into school. Like again, I got my high school diploma and my chaplain license. I'm a licensed chaplain, both at the same time. And then I went back to school to get my bachelor's degree in hospitality.
And like you said, if you can do it, anybody can do it. And you know, and that's why
Anybody can do it.
I think sometimes people, we get stuck. We get stuck in a rut because we're comfortable where we're at, but you have so many desires that's burning on the inside of you, but you just won't step out and say, okay, Lord, this is what I want to do. So you need to help me, guide me to do it. And so for you, you knew you needed to do this, but at the same time, you knew you needed to do it in silence until it happened.
Yes, ma'am.
Because a lot
Sure
of
did.
times people
I
people people don't want to see you succeed, and that's like, you know, me. I've learned to with anything that I do, I learned to move in silence, because sometimes we want to put it out there and say, oh, I'm doing this, this, and this, but then when God don't allow it to birth, then you have to go back and start explaining yourself why it didn't happen, why, you know. So
right.
that's, I find myself moving in silence until, you know, whatever God is doing in my life or whatever's supposed to be birth, I wait to its birth instead of saying, well, this is what I'm going to do, because my plan is not his plan.
Right. Let me see if I can unfreeze it so you can see my face, and then I'm gonna hit you
Okay.
right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is, let me just stop with this session, and then I'll go back and we'll
Okay.
redo it. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, so far so good. I am into viewing Shirbartis. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to still share this live right here. And I thank you guys so much for joining. But I don't like being not being able to see my guest and talk to my guest. And so she was frozen. So I'm going to save this interview, and then I'm gonna invite her back. Okay, so please, the 6 people that's on here, please come back, don't leave us yet. All right, I'm gonna go off, and then we're gonna start this live over again.